up, guys? Hope this fan isn't messing with the sound too much, but oh, look what's doing to my hair. That's kind of funny, but I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, I know it's like, you know, winter wonderland still outside, and we still got snow everywhere, but down here with the records, you know, the heat going through the pipes and all, it's actually kind of hot down here, so it stays on. So hopefully you can hear me all right. I mean, I know you can hear me, I just hope it's not too crappy. Yeah, you get what you get. It's free. Anyway, okay, so today's video is on a group I've sort of recently, in the recent months, discovered and I'm really psyched about, called Written on Your Psyche. A couple months ago I found this record right here in a free record bin, just, you know, record sale, and they had a crate of free stuff, and I was going through it and this was in there, and I didn't even know. I mean, I'm looking at the cover. Written in Your Psyche is kind of a strange name, you know, band. I don't know if it can turn out to be sort of like an alternative rock garage band or what, but you know, it's free, so what the hell, take it home, check it out. And it's fucking fantastic. Let me just play you a clip here. They got this production really jazzy. It's almost like some raw produce kind of stuff. Really, I mean.
Good evening, X and Y chromosomes. I am the marvelous mushroom man. Put your hands together, poet, subscribe.
Ladies and gents, I drop sense for your mental pockets. Living shit up like wet fingers to electric sockets. Disarm your idle threats, cause I'm paying no mind. No time is wasted. You can't face your own rhyme, cause I sold them and sold them out at my man at the rhyme sale. Got 2 quarters for the person a whole pail. All hail the king, that's when my thing like a born day. We try to use a body with a pound into born shit. This is HLH, I'm asking who's drunk. Poet's on the mic and I just smoke 2 blunts. You're packing pipes, I replace your weed sack with crack. Hey, Pookie, my loose leaves and jewel piece. So you cease with that tool speed, you fools reach. Only internet geeks say it dejected in speech. Your squad is rested in peace. Woke 'em up better to sleep with thoughts fed. But if the uffin with me, then they're waking with a horse head. The Godfather, why bother not into another beat? Your girl got rosy red, open out her other cheeks.
So yeah, there's a couple other tracks on here too. It's a 12-inch single, but it's 3 songs. It's really dope. It's got the whole jazzy vibe throughout it, and the lyrics, I mean, it's not like, okay, great production, shitty MCs. The lyrics are killing it. They got this great style. I immediately went to Diggers of Gratitude forums, DWG forums, and I was like, have any of you guys heard of Written on Your Psyche? I've never heard of these guys before. I was about to say Written on Your Kitten, by the way. And nobody had heard of them. People were kind of guessing where they're from, maybe from California. They got that kind of, you know, underground West Coast kind of vibe, you know, sort of that 4-track anthem and all. But, you know, I've been tracking them down since then. I've actually contacted the group. I found out everything about them, so we're going to delve into the whole thing. They're actually from New Jersey, which I actually should have guessed, because one of the credits on here is Self, aka I believe Custodian of Records, New Jersey producer. This came out in like around 2005 on their own label, Delinquent Sounds Entertainment, and this is actually not at all their first release. Their first release is this self-titled album, Written on Your Psyche. I don't know how we can see it with the glare there. Yeah, you might just have to deal with poor lighting. There you go, that's better. Written on Your Psyche. It's a full-length album. It's a little bit different. It's got a lot more of that sort of, it's a little bit more rudimentary in the underground sound. It sounds pretty dope. It's got some really cool songs on it. I like Alien a lot. I like Listen, which is actually their single off of this album, which we'll get to. It's got, you know, if you're down with sort of the hip-hop infinity scene and all that, it's really got that kind of vibe to it. It's got more of a, in a way, backpackery, underground of the early 2000s vibe to it, which is exactly what it is, of course. I'll play a clip of Alien so you get a sense of what I'm talking about.
Psychological dependency, reshape your mental form, a volley addict. You defeat the away with barbaric uptight MCs. Go home and masturbate to loosen up. Tip the neuroperplexing drug into your cup. Your optic perception, spaghetti twisted up. Cause panic like Taliban, Tyrannosaurus.
See what I mean? So like,
is what I seek, and it seems that you're the MC. Is satisfied.
It's fun. I like it a lot. You could really sort of see it going alongside the kind of Orko, Psychotic Alien, Jedi Mind Tricks before they went thug. You know, that sort of early, like I said, hip-hop infinity scene. It really fits in there. It's a bit more rudimentary, but if you like that kind of stuff, and I do, then it's definitely a fun CD. So it's worth checking out and digging out the early stuff if you're into that. And so, like I was saying, they did have a single off of that album, Lamb, right here, First Instinct. First Instinct's another song that I like a lot. Then the other song on there, Lady Liquor, I wasn't that fond of, but what are you going to do? And what's interesting about this is it's actually a split 12-inch with another guy. I'll just get into this real quick. Actually, I can take my time because I was just upgraded on YouTube, so I can make my videos like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour long, and it all fits. So I can do whatever I want, but no, I'll keep it quick anyway. For your sake. It's a split 12-inch with a guy called Mike Feedback. M-I-K-E is a bit of a pun there. Never heard of this guy, but actually, it's a pretty dope 12-inch. He's got some nice production. He's got a cool flow, some smart lyrics. In fact, you know, he might outshine Written on Your Psyche's A-side here. He might have stalled the scene here, but of course, Written on Your Psyche got the last laugh by having a much more mature and compelling career afterwards. So yeah, Written on Your Psyche is really two guys. It's Bollicle Jenkins and Poet Substratum. And they went on, like I said, they went on to have a much fuller career. After that album and that single, and then the In Command single, which is what we started with, Bow, right here. This is actually the single off of their next album, 2007's Grounded. And this is every bit as good as that single. It's just that single expanded to a full-length album. It's just more songs as dope and compelling as that. And you can hear some elements of sort of the first CD. Well, I mean, obviously, because it's the same group. I mean, but even the, you know, their use of like a lot of skits and sort of playfulness, and you know, so some of the vibe definitely carries over. It's not like two separate groups. You know, I mean, you really do get the feeling that they've just sort of grown, but without leaving their lane, is what I'm trying to say. Although the A side, the main track, In Command, off the In Command 12-inch, is not on the album. That's only on the 12-inch. That's a 12-inch exclusive. But the other two songs are on the CD Grounded, and everything on here is at least as good. I guess I'll play a song or two off of this real quick. This is just a random track. Actually, I don't even know what song I'm about to play. Cape Crusaders featuring Victor KJ, who's another one that label made. Realism.
Straight out the basement with the Psyche bad health creation. You do it right, that's the reason you should bang this. Don't try to fight it, I'll make it quick and painless. We take flight sorta like Cape Crusaders. You can't stop us, only hope is to contain us. Pop lock in the back, spinning with breakers. Boom bap, we the best of entertainers. It's hip hop.
My style so fat, I can spit like I'm suction trash waves. We use it to make soap, cause everybody needs to bathe.
What the fuck is...
That's fat, check that out.
Talking, wandering, walking, pondering, and the Jersey mugginess, working my tolerance. Soaking up the P-Town sights on our stroll as we quest for some ice cold 40s of old gold.
Aw damn, purple bandana with the two eyes peeking from the manhole. Must have punched out too many smurfs, shouting like Martin Lawrence. I gotta go, hey curse, nice Movado.
What you mean to see his Q cost a few thousand less? Watch that kid in there straight.
Anyway, it's a lot of dope beats. It's a lot of dope stuff. It's a whole great album. Definitely want to check it out. And so then this is the last to date Written on Your Psyche release, but then Poet has got a whole solo album out, and that's been out for a couple years, called All of a Sudden. This is dope too. It's not quite, maybe the production isn't quite as consistent as later Written on Your Psyche stuff, but he's got some really dope beats. He's as good as he ever was, so it's a compelling album. It's not, like I said, Written on Your Psyche is a little bit better, but once you get that stuff and then you're like, I'm a fan of these guys, then you'll definitely dig the Poet album. There's this really dope 12-inch by a guy called Ramadan, who also has his own album out. Written on Your Psyche is featured on the B-side. But this whole 12-inch is dope. It's got this, again, that really kind of dope production sound that the Written on Your Psyche stuff had. Ramadan's a cool MC. Again, Written on Your Psyche is on the last Posse cut. It's definitely worth checking out too. This is In Command now.
Sucks, but we still got the best smoke. Universe exports from us. Well, right there is case closed. Whoa, slow the fuck down.
Nah, Molly, we're going at the right speed. It seems like your homesick could be cured with some nice wheelies. Striking white clean the dirt that covers up third opticals. Logical rhymes will simply through the obstacles.
Yeah, hella battles, bad haters, but much love. Nice road trip we took. Hope the Venus chick don't call with news of the sun. The space baby mama.
They got almost kind of a hieroglyphics feel to it, you know, like Souls of Mischief, but the production especially is a lot richer. You know, it's got a lot more kind of a jazz feel to it, a lot deeper kind of solid sounds, some nice cuts, as you hear. And there's some tight lyricists too. Like I said, it's just quality all around, man. I was really surprised I hadn't heard these guys. I don't know how these guys got so slept on, but while being so talented at the same time and having such a long, you know, they've been around since 2004 now, so it's like 6 years. And I'm in Jersey and they're in New Jersey, and I've still told like nothing. And now Delinquent Sounds has a website, and I'll just link it down below as opposed to trying to read it out to you. But it's Delinquent Sounds, and sounds with a Z at the end. But anyway, you can order a bunch of their music there. You can definitely order the 12 inches there, which I absolutely recommend you do. You can download a lot of their album. They got some stuff you can download for free, like some upcoming tracks and stuff, which is some cool stuff there. They got a Schizo track produced by Custodian. They got a new Poet song. And then they got a bunch of their albums, which you can get either from like iTunes or CD Baby. At least, the very least, if you don't add this 12-inch to your crates, you're crazy. I don't know if you can get grounded anymore. If you can, absolutely do it. Or if you find it somewhere, it's totally worth it. Yeah, so you know, it's not often I find myself having slept on a group that I wind up liking so much and being so impressed with. You know, sometimes I'll say, oh, you know, I hadn't really heard of them, and they're okay. You know, but this is a group, like, I was really like, oh shit, I can't believe I didn't know about these guys. And from asking around online and talking to other people, seems like hardly anybody else knew about these guys either. So you absolutely gotta check it out. It's some great stuff. So 100% strongest recommendation Werner can give of some new, recent, dope, and from New Jersey, word up, music. So until next time, Werner Von Wallenrod, peace out.